From Bloomberg TV Africa.
Africa needs to urgently develop a pool of competent scientists and technologists to increase innovation and create jobs, according to the World Bank's Call to Action Memorandum released in June. We take a look at an innovative initiative that is encouraging entrepreneurs to achieve these goals.
Ghanaian social entrepreneur Frederick Akrafaisi runs a training and placement project with a particular focus on web and mobile applications. But funding the project's growth is a challenge.
Over the next 2 years, we want to train about at least 10,000 people from start to finish in how to build web and mobile applications. We need about $5 million to get it in full gear. We're getting some with a few governments and stuff like that going. Students also pay sort of part of the cost.
IEC is one of 160 entrepreneurs selected to join the Ampion Venture Bus Tour, which kicked off in Lagos this week. The non-profit initiative brings together changemakers and tech experts on road trips across the continent. The tour will visit 15 countries and runs until December. Along the journey, the Ampioneers conceive and launch their own startups, with this year's focus on developing mobile apps to tackle the Ebola virus.
I was running my own business a couple of years ago when one of my interns had the idea of driving on a bus and building startup companies in 2011, back home in Germany, Europe. And last year we thought, this concept is really interesting. It enabled people in Europe to build startup companies. Why don't we bring it to an emerging market? In particular, this year, to an emerging economy like Nigeria, which is very exciting with lots of opportunities.
Africa has a strong culture of entrepreneurship, but with little government support, businesses rarely grow beyond the startup phase. Venture capitalists like Thomas van Pilar leverage platforms like Ampion to help turn business ideas into real projects.
I think Africa needs exactly this kind of entrepreneurial spirit and mindset, together with people from different expertises coming together and starting to solve the problems. Because as it is widely known, Africa cannot so much rely on political structures to solve everyday problems, and this is exactly why I think those people and those talent pools coming together, building on problems, will be able to solve a lot of the problems that Africa is facing today.
Africa is home to 7 of the 10 fastest growing economies globally, and according to the International Monetary Fund, the region is poised to grow by 5.5% this year, compared to the global average of 3.3%. Entrepreneurship is seen as a powerful tool for both job creation and wealth generation, and will help fuel this growth.
One of the driving forces in job creation anywhere in the world is small-scale businesses. So the moment we unleash, we support, federal government supports young entrepreneurs, that's the way forward for our African economy to boom. And we've started seeing this in a few countries like Nigeria. We have new startups cutting across different sectors, from ICT to power to oil and gas. We've also seen a lot of this in countries like South Africa, and we expect to see more of this.
The continent needs to create around 95 million new jobs by 2020 and another 160 million by 2030 to absorb all new entrants to the labour market, according to the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. Empowering young Africans through initiatives like Ampion will hopefully impact broader communities and stimulate employment.